Another style that I'd like to explore and discuss here is the blues style for guitar. And it's a fun style to play, and it's a style that you can very easily, with your friends and jams and things like that, get something going very quickly. With a blues style, it's a very deep style. I think it's a very important aspect, I think, to really comprehend the blues style is listening to blues players, blues bands, and how they interpret the blues. I think some of the older guys, some of the newer guys, same thing with any style, and we talked about that with the funk, listening to some of the bands from the 70s, whether it be Earth, Wind & Fire, Le Chic. Same thing with blues, and same thing with any style. Listening to that genre of music and getting it into your head and getting it into your heart is a very important step to really learning it and internalizing that style of music. But some exercises that I think we can start to get you going. A blues progression. A typical form for blues would be what is known as the 12-bar blues form. Okay, and now there are a lot of different variables, a lot of different variations of the blues, but we're going to talk about the blues in its basic form first. So, 12-bar blues, we're going to talk about the progression just a little bit. So, say you're in the key of E, okay, which is a great key for guitar players, right? A basic blues in its most fundamental stage would be, and I will talk about the chords as I go with the bars. So it would be, bar 1 would be the 1 chord, which would be E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Second bar also E. 3, 4. Now we're going to move to the 4 chord, which is A. 2. Back to the 1 chord. Now we're going to go to the 5 chord, which is B in the key of E, then the 4 chord to E, which is the 1 chord. That was 12 bars. So, just to recap, in the most fundamental stage, the blues form would be 12 bars with the 1 chord for the first 4 bars, and then you would go to the 4 chord in the key of E, which would be A, for 2 bars, then back to the 1 chord for 2 bars, and then to the 5 chord, which in the key of E would be B, for 2 bars, and then back to the 1 for, which is E, for 2 more bars. I'll demonstrate it again with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was the most, that was the basic progression. Now, There are little variations that you can do on the guitar. Say you have this is called a 5 chord, a power chord, okay? So you have the 1, which is E, and then B, which is the 5 of the chord. So notated, this would be an E5, okay? So now in A5, you can just move down there and you have A, which is the open 5th string, and then E, which is the 5 of A, and that creates the A5 chord. Now B, which is the 5 chord of E, would be B, which is the 1, and then F sharp, which is the 5. So that would be notated a B5 chord. So here are the 3 chords. Now a little variation of this, to give it sort of that boogie-woogie blues sound, would be to rotate between the E5 and then the E and the B and then the E and the C sharp. So something like this. I should also mention that what I'm playing now as far as a blues style is called the shuffle blues, okay? So it's sort of based on triplets, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, so just to mention that. But so here's a little variation of the blues, and I'm going to go through the whole progression with the metronome.